Isn't it lovely that Apple makes a new operating system for us every year? And coming straight from Apple Park, we have macOS 12 Monterey, which is the next big OS after Big Sur. In this video, we'll cover how to clean install macOS Monterey, how to back up your system, where to download the macOS file, how to make bootable USB, and finally, I'll explain how to make it all work so you don't lose your files. Let's dive in. Okay, what's a clean installation? Clean installation simply means installing the system on an erased drive. So it's clean, no other files on it, and so it's like starting a new life. Here's what we'll need. You'll need 2 USB drives, one for backup, the other for the installer. Also, the macOS Monterey installer itself, and a Mac with a stable internet connection, plus 1 or 2 hours of your time, and some snacks while you wait. Let's go. Installing any new macOS is serious business. We don't want to lose your current documents, helpful apps, and so on. That's why we need you to back up your Mac first, just in case. And just before that, one extra step. A bit of cleanup. We want to make the backup more compact and lightweight, so it makes sense to clean up all the junk on your Mac. Delete old and broken files, the remains of old apps, etc. You can use any cleaning method you prefer, but for this instruction, I'll use CleanMyMac X because it finds tons of hidden files and makes your system slimmer. What this tool does is clean dozens of types of system junk, like application caches, user cache files, useless localizations. After you download the app and run the scan, you can review the files before deleting them. There's a free version of CleanMyMac, which is notarized by Apple. See the description box. Now I fire up this app and it shows me how much junk I can delete. All those gigabytes. I don't need them. Remove. My system seems to be clean. Now we're ready to wrap up your current macOS and make a copy of it so we can save it onto an external drive. Grab a clean formatted USB drive with enough free space on it. Now go to System Preferences and choose Time Machine. Select this drive as the destination to save the copy of your system. Click Use Disk. Cool, now go meditate or whatever you do while we wait for the process to be finished. Keep this external drive as a backup. Mark it in some way so that you don't confuse it with a different USB drive. It's your holy grail. Next step, getting the macOS Monterey download. How to get our hands on it? If your Mac can run macOS Monterey and your hardware allows it, you can find the update in System Preferences. So super simple. Open About This Mac. Now click Software Update. That works for any officially released macOS update. But as I'm making this video, the macOS Monterey isn't yet available for the general public, so we are downloading its beta version. Once it's out, you'll be able to get it the way I've described, via the Software Update menu. If you are ready to try out the beta, check the link to betaprofiles.com in the description box. This is a link where you get the installer file. When the installer is finished downloading, it will prompt you to continue the installation. But that will install the macOS in a regular way on top of your current macOS. Because our aim is to do the clean install, we will only go through the first part, saving the installer image to applications, and we'll skip the rest of the installation for now. For now, all we need is to make sure the macOS Monterey installer file, that icon with an arrow, sits in your application folder. Go to Applications, find the file there, and don't click on it just yet. We'll write it onto a USB and make it a bootable media in a minute. Step 3. The bootable installer. At this point, you should grab another formatted external USB drive or a USB stick with at least 16 gigabytes of storage. Connect the drive to your Mac. You can use Disk Utility to format the drive you have at your hand. Just a tip, make sure the disk is formatted as Untitled. Format it as macOS Extended Journaled. Oh, and don't confuse this with your backup drive from step 1. Need to format the drive? Use Disk Utility. We need this disk to be called Untitled because we'll apply a terminal command that will address the disk by its name. Please bear with me, this is not as difficult as it sounds. Now we'll use Terminal, a command line tool, to make a bootable macOS Monterey USB drive based on your installer file. We're basically telling the terminal, grab this file, macOS Monterey from Applications, and put it onto the drive named Untitled and make it a bootable drive. Copy and paste in the following command from the description box. This is our magic spell. Enter your password and click Enter. The hardest part is over. We've just created the bootable drive with macOS Monterey on it. Well done. Now the final steps. Dear passengers, we're leaving Big Sur and will soon arrive in Monterey. Time to say goodbye to your old macOS. Our plan is to load the system from a USB drive, but here's a little but. Newer Macs don't allow such USB installation by default. So we need to adjust this little security setting and allow booting from a USB device. Shut down your Mac. Press the power button and hold down Command R. Wait for about 5 seconds. This is recovery mode. Enter your password. Now you'll see the macOS Utilities window. On top of that window, go to a menu bar. Click Utilities, Startup Security Utility. Now, under Secure Boot, choose Medium Security. Under Allowed Boot Media, select Allow to boot from removable media. Click the Apple menu to shut down your Mac. I know you're tired of restarting your Mac, but we're almost there. Connect your second Untitled USB drive, the one with the bootable installer. Power up your Mac by holding down the Option key. Select Boot from the macOS Monterey installer. Now we'll erase your Mac in Disk Utility. Go back to that Disk Utility pane. Choose your main HD drive, not the USB one, and click Erase. Keep the format as APFS. Your data will be gone, so check your backup just in case. Your disk is erased now. Close the Disk Utility window to go back to the Recovery menu. With your USB stick still connected, click Install macOS, Continue. The process will begin and your macOS Monterey will do the rest on its own. Your Mac will be restarting on its own a few times, so be patient. The installation may take 30 minutes or more. We've just demonstrated the clean installation of macOS Monterey. No doubt it was worth it, because macOS Monterey is so beautiful and purplish. Okay, thanks for doing this with me. Hit subscribe for more Mac hacks.